Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? There was an update, and one thing. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Tell me what you see. Oh wait. Yeah. I can touch that. Oh oh. What's that? That's fun. The rest of it, not amused. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. So that's a thing now. That's great. I still could not mirror the camera. Just saying. Just saying. Hello, everyone. uh, how are we doing? Hi, Katsu. Hi, Lucky Lokesh. Hello. How are we doing? Ax. Goedemorgen, jij verfrommelde kleine origami schildpad. But why frumpy? Why frumpy? I actually tried today because I'm upset. It's actually spring. It's spring. It happened. And it's just downhill from here, isn't it? Hi, Millie. I can't. Oh shoot! I forgot. I know that you also you're being way too helpful and kind, Millie. I know you submitted a square one, but I have not. I have not. We had what? What is that? Ox, Winnie, what is happening? Toos was very violently demanding attention just now, and it was really funny, but also I kind of want to cry. Midsummer Pie, I have not seen that movie. Oh no! The older I get, the more I say I haven't seen that movie, and I'm starting to feel bad. What do you mean? Wait. Are you kidding? You're kidding, right? You're kidding. Oh, I'm gonna watch the VOD. I have to upload VODs anyway. I know I have been very lazy with the time codes because I honestly just don't care. Which is not to say I don't care about you, but there's just a few things in the world that are a little bit more important than some timestamps on a VOD. I will try to work on that this week, but my priorities this week will be reading because as with the time codes, there are just a few things in the world right now that are a little bit more important than my own life. Are you kidding, Ox? No, really? That's not me. That's a Twitch thing. It's an update. That is so interesting. I will inform them if that's the case. Oh, well, I mean, crumpled. Yes, that is a better translation, Ox. I have to concede to the computer. By what is it? By what? By typing upside down? Are you teasing me? I won't say bully because it's really early in the week. But are you teasing me, or did it really just show up mirrored? Because I can't do that. Again, I'm in the Twitch. Am I mirrored? I'm not mirrored, right? I thought it was something funny, but I'm just stressed out now. All right, should I just go again? Because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I have been fighting with Winston in a forest. There was a balloon, a shiny one of those. Well, I associate them with hospitals more than fairs, but I guess a fair balloon made of like aluminum that someone let go of, and I found that in a forest. So on my way back, uh, on my way home, I made sure that we circled back around that place so I could pick it up and take it to the trash can. Winston freaked out, completely freaked out, which was really funny, but also he's been a little difficult because he is enjoying the weather. I am not, so I wanted to take him out when it was raining because that's when I am enjoying myself. But yeah, no, he starts yelling at me, and everyone that sees me with him just assumes that I'm abusing him or something. But it's really a specific kind of rain that he doesn't mind. I got him a raincoat, but he is not a fan of it, so I can't choose that. And he's just been a little bit difficult with going back home, and I get that because he's gotten really confident. And on the non-stream days, we stay away for a few hours. These days, what is happening? Stop it! No, you weren't doing this just now. Oh my gosh, hold on. No, I'm scared. I won't turn. So while he's been really good in general, the switch from having limitless outside time on non-stream days to, and now we have to turn around and I'm going to have to tell you where we're going is a bit of a struggle. Combine that with today's stupid balloon, and he was just, oh my god. And now he's going into the bookcase that he's not supposed to go in because if he I'm just afraid that he'll hurt himself, all right? Stop it. Don't do this. You don't do this when I'm not streaming. People, help me. Send help, please. Millie, 25 stream streak. Let's go. I don't need the coffee, I think. Mm. So last week we had the last few, I think it's really going to be the last few really good cold days and rainy days. Loved it. He didn't. So we couldn't go out for all the days of the week. And he has been orange, yes. Hi, Lulu. Hi, Loop. He has been very orange. Oh, wait. Did you make that hat in your... for... Winston! I see you! He's capitalizing on the fact that I'm a little bit upset that I had to say no to Toulouse. That always upsets me, and she was very, very aggressive about wanting to be in my lap. I had no time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, you can do that on Discord, Emily, because no, I don't have that turned on in stream. Can you not type upside down? Just do your keyboard upside down. Okay, I think I got everything now. Did I make the flower crown? No, I wish, Loop. I wish. I am making something else, but not the flower crowns. I have a few of them, I'm probably gonna go for the Halloween costume that I was going to wear last year, but I just stopped making the thing that I was making for it, and that's gonna be completely homemade. But yeah, Halloween didn't really go as well. Oh, and also he's also angry because the reason I really know that spring has sprung is because there were so many ticks, and he gets so angry at me when I have to take them off of him. But I lost count after six, so we've had a morning. Are you okay, Lulu? Oh, okay. There's voting. Oh, wait. Um, should check if I have to go to the bakery or what. I need to really start going with my sourdough starter because I haven't. I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot. I boiled some of the jars that I want to use because I'm probably going to make two or three, which is because I fail at it. I tried several times and I just fail. Uh, and I put them away again so Winston couldn't knock them off the counter. And I forgot. I'm just really silly. So, has anyone any tips? Has anyone made a sourdough starter ever? Because I keep failing at it, and I partly blame the temperature in this apartment, and that's why I need to do it now because this is one of the rare moments in the year that the temperature inside is going to be somewhat stable. No, Millie, it's today. No, today. It's today. I promise you. Today was absolutely. I mean, there have been bumblebees for at least a week already, but today the ticks came out, and for me that's it. That it's over. If they wake up, it's we're done for. I'm terrified of ticks. I'm terrified of ticks. I once had a tick. Well, I had two on my body at the same time. I don't want to go into the story, even though it's kind of funny. But I had two ticks on my body. I discovered at night, one on my hip and one on my leg. And the one on my leg, something went wrong, and I guess a piece of the tick got stuck in my body, and it wouldn't stop itching. So I had to have it got away. That's not fun. That's no fun. So, oh my God, wisdom. Hi. I don't know if you've already said something. You said hi. Okay. Well, that would have been a great way to come in. Bully is many and ticks is parasite. So what happens if you combine them? That's ammunition that I really didn't need, wisdom. But I will be putting that in my back pocket. Thank you. What does that mean if you put them together? Do you know clarity? What clarity? What is it? Yes, I'm gonna call you Clarity. Hi, Rabbit. I will stick to the equinox now. I will stick to what I feel. This is it. This is it. It's over. The season has started, and I have to just accept my fate. That it's gonna be just bad. To be honest, I've been struggling for the last week. The last week, the rainy days were really a blessing because I'm already struggling with the fact that it's so light. Why is the sun out so early? And why does it stay out for so long? Stop it. My eating is already messed up. My sleeping is, well, the quality is still good, but like I'm confused. I'm already confused. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna accept my fate. Yes, I will, but also I will complain. Oh, Millie, they're keeping me sane for now, and I'm gonna try my best to um, I know it's quite ironic that I love flower crowns, but I don't like the sun. But I'm going to try to balance it out with the flower crowns. Not every day because that would be too much. I also have crowns, little crowns that are being neglected on stream at least. I highly recommend putting on a crown when you're doing the dishes or something or your chores. It's really funny. But it froze here as well. Yeah, it was nice. It was a beautiful morning. That's why it was so upsetting that there were so many ticks. And one had already gotten stuck in his ear, and I hate ticks. Why do they exist? I don't think they have a real purpose. I think we could do without them. Oh, enjoy your meal, Ox. Don't say sorry. It's okay. I'm gonna go grab lunch. You should. Hope you're here in like an hour. If not, I'll catch you tomorrow, Tuesday. You look well. Oh, thank you. Everyone is looking sharp. And go enjoy your lunch. I'm looking forward to my leftovers as well, which is really not lunch anymore. But thank you for popping in, Ox. Always good to see you. Yeah, okay. So, um, unfortunate series of events. The Tetris book. It's quite upsetting. I don't know if I should say that the timing is good or bad, but turns out that the Maxwell family plays a pretty big role in all of this, and the Tetris effect is supposed to tell you the story of how Tetris came to be, and it, to me, it's more like a story of how capitalism works, because basically They tried everything they could to scam the original creators and its government. Literally everything. They started selling Tetras before they had the proper licensing. In fact, the contract that they were negotiating didn't even cover 90% of the products that they already sold before they even had the whole contract written and done. So that's really upsetting to me, not being a fan of capitalism. And basically, this is showing the story of narcissistic capitalism. And what's even more, hold on, did I make a note of that? Just the how unaware these people are of their own sadistic egotism. What time is it? Hold on, what time is it? Okay, okay. Gotta get on that tomorrow because it's Sunday. Um, no, wisdom. No, 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 no. Because they're actively calling the Russians just a bit uncultured and stupid, and they're abusing that. They're just abusing that. They're very open about it. The Dan Ackerman, the author of this book, is really condescending towards gamers. It's so clear that the god of the people in this book, the Tetris effect, is money. And I'm seeing that so seriously. The god of these people is money, and they are absolutely. I don't want to actually curse, but I want to curse. Wild West, I associate a concept as Wild West as a place and a time where there were no rules and there was no sense of government, and not meaning literal government, but there was no oversight. Not really, not in a way that would. Oh, no. Okay, I thought that would be funny. This is not the Wild West. This is capitalism. They know the rules. They're just abusing their assumed. Uh, they're assuming that their adversary or no, that no, they're just scamming. They're scamming someone they perceive to be weak and stupid and just not worthy of a fair treatment, let alone an open treatment. Wild West is not that to me. Wild West is there is no rules, there is no government, we are just doing whatever we want. This story is there are certainly rules, they know damn well that they're doing something wrong, and they are just going around the people that they're going to be profiting from, exploiting. But there are rules. In a Wild West, there are no rules. It's nothing. No, no, you get no wisdom. I don't agree. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and that's but the Maxwell part that is really upsetting. It's so upsetting. The things I'm learning about what's going on with the stupid files because of this book. Yeah, but we are having a disagreement on what the concept of a Wild West situation is. I'm not saying you. I don't care that you were there. I don't care that you remember what was happening. I am saying that the concept of Wild West should not be applied to this situation, because they are just not following the rules that were established for everyone. Just because you think that someone is stupid and doesn't deserve your respect doesn't mean that the rules still apply. And in the Wild West, in the newly colonized United States of America, there were no rules. There are rules. Do you see my point? I am not negotiating whether you remember something or whether you were somewhere or not. I am talking about the Wild West concept and that it should not apply in a situation where there are rules and there are just people who are actively not engaging in them. Because I am now in the part where they really did know. The Russians did know that there were rules and that they were actively working on licensing. But the American people were too selfish and too greedy to wait for the dotted line to be signed. That's what I'm talking about. So maybe read the book, Wisdom. They were established for everyone. That's what I'm saying. So let's move on, all right? Because I am reading the book that is outlining it all. Like actually, they're working on a contract. So to say that they didn't know the rules or that they didn't know what they were doing, that's not true. They were just actively lying. That's not Wild West, that's capitalism. That's exploitation. Abusive behavior on a country scale. And words are important. And concepts like these are massively important. Because you see how they are manufacturing consent by pretending that Gaza and people are actually insane, I swear. I can't say Millie because it's someone that has been a problem. But I'll get on with it tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. What Loop is saying, they wanted all of the money. They were trying to just not give any money at all. And I'm at the part where they're in the room with each other and they're saying, "This is not what we agreed. What the fuck are you doing?" So, and just to be clear, I'm talking about capitalism, not even about certain countries. I'm talking about capitalism, the exploitative nature of capitalism, and we should stop it and we should not minimize the situation by saying, oh, well, it was just the Wild West. No, 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 no. Let's be real. Let's be fair. Even if it's making you feel uncomfortable, that maybe you for some reason feel personally involved in this situation because you were there, you remember, because why else put yourself in the story. Don't minimize it. They were exploitative. They were actively working on a contract, and despite knowing what it was in that contract, they still went ahead. And they lied about it, assuming that the Russians were too stupid, too illiterate, too uncultured. It's literally in here. And the language of the author is really telling. It's really telling. It's very demeaning, very belittling. The way this acronym is talking about gamers who have a passion. It's really telling and it's really upsetting. Especially because the dang Maxwells are involved. It's so I am going to ignore you, Wisdom. I'm so sorry, because that never change. That is really pissing me off. The reason things don't change is because there's enough people who say that. There's enough people who say, well, it's always been like this and I'm comfortable enough. I'm not in an active war zone, so why should I care? They're never going to change. Because there's enough people who feel like, well, it's too far from my bed. It's not actually, but it's too far from my bed and it's been going on forever. When did women get the right to vote? Compared to all the time that women didn't have the right to vote? How long ago did we abolish slavery? Well, the old-fashioned version of slavery. And how long before that did we think that that it was never going to change? The reason these things changed because there were enough people who said, no, I don't agree with this. We're going to change it because it's wrong. And only for that, we are going to do something about it. We are willing to use our privilege if we still have it. We are willing to be uncomfortable because otherwise we know what they will do. We are seeing it. And if we peasants think that just because we are now safe doesn't mean that's going to stay that way. Look at what they did with women's rights in the US. How long did we have the right? I'm saying we because I don't believe in freaking countries. How did women in America have the right to decide over their own body whether they are willing to go to the destruction of giving birth? If they can do that in the US, in a time where on the other side of the world there were still girls being married away at 9, because that was still happening on the other side of the world, it snuck back in on our side as well. We have no rights. And if we don't start to do something now, and it starts with not saying that sentence anymore, and especially not in my chat, I am actually going to I'm going to ban those words. Because I don't care about that energy. I don't need that. We are going to change. But if you don't want to be part of that, just remember that in the Netherlands, if you don't vote, your vote goes automatically to the biggest party. That is what complicity is. Your silence doesn't mean, even if you don't agree with it, that you are helping the ones who are trying to change. You are helping the ones that are being exploitative. You are helping the ones that are being abusive. You are helping the ones that are destroying the world by saying they will never change. You are allowing it to happen. Use your voice. Use your voice. Change your language. Yeah, that exactly. In France, in the Netherlands, in the UK, well, because that's how complicity works. It took a long time for me to realize that as well. But mostly because I just don't care about politics, because politics don't, this is politics. What we're watching right now, hiding what is in the PDF files by starting a war and killing innocent people, because they can't face the fact that it's out now, the secret is out now. You're not going to distract us. Even if there's a lot of people who don't care enough to keep up with it, there's certainly enough people who are going through the files and who are actually putting together cases. So even if you think that it's silent now around the PDF files, I promise you, I am actively working on them. So no, it's not going away. The reason bad things happen isn't because there's no people who are against it. It's because there are too many people who believe that they are powerless. There's too many people who think that by not saying anything, they don't add to the pain. They do. What hurt most in my childhood wasn't necessarily the pain that was being inflicted on me by the people who were supposed to love and protect me. It was knowing that everyone around me knew for a fact what was happening. No one did shit. That is how it was able to continue. That is why I wasn't helped. And that is what is happening in the world right now. They want you to say those things. And honestly, saying they are never going to change is a sentence that up until today, at least, I have not heard from someone who knows what it's like to be exploited and abused and oppressed. It only comes from people who are experiencing the privileged side of this world. It doesn't come from the people who know what it's like to be the one on the bottom. It comes from the people in the middle. The people who don't want to be uncomfortable because they are afraid they're going to lose their privilege. Well, I'll tell you what. You're going to lose it anyway if you don't speak up. So, no. Don't bring that energy in my chat. I don't care what you think they know and what you think that they are doing. Nothing is real unless you allow it to be. They will continue if you allow them to continue. And saying things like they will never change, the world has always been like this, is just not true. Use your brain. Come on. You are able to think critically. You can look back in time and see that things have changed for the worse and the better. But it depends on you. Right? Even if it doesn't matter if it was planned long ago. We didn't know then. We know now. Do something. Yeah, exactly. I get it too. I get very hopeless and sad, and I cry. I've cried so much this year. But one thing I will not do, and well, a few things actually, I will not allow them to tell me how I am supposed to feel. If I feel sad and hopeless, fine. But they are not going to tell me that I should be hopeless because guess what? The world is run by PDF files and there's just nothing you can do. F that. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can do. There are already things happening. And I, for one, am not going to let the bad guys get my vote because I am too complacent and I am unwilling to step up for the underdog. Because I want other people to help me too, if I need their help. If I were in a war zone, I would want the people who are privileged enough to not be in a war zone to stand up for me, to do something. Would you not? Just imagine being a parent in a situation where you completely powerless, actually powerless. Because what are you going to do when you don't even know if you're going to have enough flour to make some dry patties that aren't even bread because you don't have yeast. So you're just going to have to make do with whatever dust you can scrape together. Because there's no stores, there's no roads, there's nothing, there's no electricity. We have the privilege to stand up for those people. We have the privilege to choose to be uncomfortable. Yeah, still, they don't have that anymore. They don't have the option to turn off the phone and turn on a nice movie and order some food. I get to be exhausted about this situation. I get to be hopeless. Those people don't. Their life depends on it. Ask Viktor freaking Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning. When you're in the middle of it, you don't even have the luxury of being sad and depressed, because that's the moment you will die spiritually, and then your body will go too. We have the privilege to be all the things still, but not for long if we let it just everything going. No. Yes, we are absolutely supposed to feel upset and angry and depressed and demotivated. But guess what? You don't need to be motivated or hopeful or even actually believe in a happy ending to work for it. To put in the blood, sweat and tears to at least try. I, for one, am not willing to just give up on literal babies. Babies who are born in war zones, or worse, because guess what? There's worse. The bear and the man again, huh? And to me, it's baffling. It's baffling that that people can go through the day and maybe even the week, not crashing out about what is happening. Like I'm not saying that that's healthy. But I have an existential crisis at least once or twice a day about everything. PDF files, what is happening in West Asia, and it's too much. But never, never will I allow them to make me believe that nothing is ever going to change. Wisdom, you're being the person that the memory police is written about. Read that. That is what you're doing. If anyone should read the memory police, actually, that is a great book about what is happening in the world right now. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. The ending, I didn't think it was realistic. Oh, was I wrong? That ending isn't just pure horror. No, it's actually real. And I wish I could talk to the author, because oh my God, she must have felt lots of things. I'm not sure if it's she. They must have felt lots of things. Why are you defending? Wait, Wisdom. Why are you defending PDF files? Why are you defending the state of the world? That is also something that baffles me. Why would you resist? Because that's what you're doing. Resist wanting to not live in this hellscape. Why would you go against that? Why would you actively make arguments against making the world a better place, and against allowing these entities to break your soul? Why aren't you not asking, wait, I don't know how to feel like this. How can I feel like this? You're already shutting down. Your curiosity is gone. You're already dead. You're dead if you give up like this. Well, you're going against it, Wisdom, and the world is run by pedos. I'm so sorry, but that is what I am talking about. And that you shouldn't give into that. You shouldn't say it's never going to change. Yes, things are going to change. Women, the best example I have is the abolishment of slavery, the traditional sense of slavery, and women's rights. Ooh. So why are you trying to actively demotivate me by saying things will never change? Why would you do that? Why would you take and break someone's last straw purposefully? And yes, I will continue saying that you're defending pedos if you are actively trying to bring me down from wanting to change the world for the better, for wanting to change the children. Because you're not curious. You're not trying to have a conversation. You're just telling me, well, they decided this decades ago, so why bother? Just flip over and lie down, give up. That's what they want. I never. You're talking in a circle, Wisdom. And I don't get the resistance. I don't understand why people feel so personally confronted and attacked. Because that is the only explanation I can find in people who are actively going against me saying, I don't agree with this system. I am going to do something about it. That is what you do by saying things will never change. They will always stay the same. They will always be the ones in power. I would advise you to try to find the people who are trying to change the world, because they will also change your language. And when you change your language, you change your point of view. When you change your point of view, you change your outlook. When you change your outlook, you change the future. So, never capture to the tyranny of those who want us to give up. No, don't do their job for them for free in this economy. Until we are done with that sentence, and that sentence can be removed from our lexicon. So, and this is why I tell you that you are not curious. You are not asking questions. You are now, because I have not allowed you to talk down on me. Now you're asking questions, but I am afraid that your time is over, because I am actively talking about stopping this system. I am talking about not doing the whole patriarchy, not doing the capitalism. So what are you talking about, wisdom? That is what I was saying. This system needs to go. And now are you asking what part of the change you envisage comes about from within the system they control? You should have asked these questions from the beginning, instead of saying things will never change. If you had started there, maybe we could have had a conversation. But now my time is up. Yours too. So, I love you. I hope I gave you some food for thought. I will be back tomorrow. Don't forget to drink water. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye.